In the emerald heart of Earth's most ancient forests, where golden sunlight trickles through a kaleidoscope of green, there echoes a symphony, soft rustlings, subtle grunts, and a language older than words. It is here, amidst towering trees and tangled vines, that lives a creature so familiar, so hauntingly human, it feels as though we are staring into a living mirror of ourselves. This is the world of the chimpanzee, our cousin, our reflection, our silent storyteller of evolution. In their eyes dance centuries of survival, laughter, pain, curiosity, and kinship. To know the chimpanzee is not merely to study an animal, but to embark on a journey of rediscovering our shared ancestry, to open the pages of a story written in DNA and whispered through time. Let us walk, ever so gently, into their world. The chimpanzee, pan troglodytes, is more than just a primate. It is a bridge, an evolutionary conduit that connects us to a time when humans were not yet human. With a staggering 98.7% of our DNA in common, they are not just relatives, they are in many ways ourselves. Their faces, so expressive and nuanced, reveal joy, sorrow, playfulness, and grief. Watch a mother chimp groom her baby, and you see tenderness that defies species. Observe a male asserting dominance with a thunderous display, and you witness echoes of ancient tribal rituals. The familiarity is both beautiful and unsettling. But these creatures are no caricatures of humanity. They are their own, majestic selves. They live in communities governed by complex social codes. They build nests in the treetops to rest beneath moonlight. They teach, they learn, they create. Yes, create. Intelligence is often measured in words and numbers, but the chimpanzee teaches us that brilliance can be found in silence, in a glance, a gesture, a shared tool. They use sticks to fish for termites, stones to crack open nuts, leaves as sponges for drinking water. Their innovation is not random. It is passed down, taught from generation to generation, culture in its rawest form. And then there is their memory, photographic, vast, and precise. In studies, chimpanzees have outperformed humans in memory tests. Their ability to retain patterns and sequences rivals that of the sharpest human minds. But intelligence is not solely cognitive, it is emotional. A chimpanzee can laugh, pout, sulk, even throw a tantrum. They mourn their dead. They comfort the grieving. They form lifelong friendships. Their world is woven with empathy. Every forest has its rhythm, its language, and the chimpanzee speaks it fluently. Through pant hoots, screams, grunts, and claps, they orchestrate conversations that ripple through the trees like morning mist. These are not random noises, they are coded signals. A call to arms, a song of joy, a lullaby for the young. In the early dawn, when the sun kisses the canopy, the alpha male may announce his strength with a chorus of pant hoots that travels for miles. A mother soothes her infant with soft coos. Young chimps giggle in playful skirmishes, their laughter ringing like silver bells. To listen to them is to hear the heartbeat of the forest itself. Would you like me to continue the full essay in this tone and style? I can provide the rest in parts or as a single complete document. Let me know your preference. In the realm of the chimpanzee, power is not merely taken, it is earned, tested, challenged, and often shared. Dominance, especially among males, is a spectacle of strength, charisma, and cunning. Yet, it is not just about brute force. It is a delicate performance of politics and personality. The alpha male, the leader of the troop, must prove himself not just as the strongest, but as the most socially savvy. He grooms others, forms alliances, and reads the mood of the group with the precision of a diplomat. One false move, one misjudgment, and another may rise to take his place. But in this jungle theatre, it is not only males who wield influence. Female chimpanzees are the quiet architects of stability. They nurture bonds, maintain peace, and pass on knowledge to the young. A wise older female is often the emotional anchor of the group. Her presence calms tension. Her absence leaves a silence that even the rustling leaves cannot fill. Dominance among chimpanzees is a complex ballet, at once fierce and graceful. Watching it unfold is to witness a reflection of our own social games, stripped of language, raw and real. To be a baby chimpanzee is to live in a world of wonder. Clutched tight to a mother's chest, High above the forest floor, the infant is cocooned in warmth and safety. The bond between mother and child is profound, unwavering, tender, and enduring. For years, the young chimp depends entirely on her care. As they grow, the forest becomes their playground. They tumble, climb, and swing from branch to branch in joyful abandon. Their laughter, a soft, rhythmic panting, rings like wind chimes in the breeze. Play is not just play, it is practice. A mock fight today is preparation for real conflict tomorrow. A game of chase hones agility and awareness. Through mimicry, young chimps learn the sacred arts of their culture, how to use tools, how to groom, how to speak in the unspoken language of glances and gestures. Childhood among chimpanzees is long, a testament to the depth of learning required to survive and thrive. It is a time of innocence, yes, but also of profound formation. Imagine a creature that fashions a fishing rod out of a twig, one that peels leaves from a stem with delicate fingers, then dips it into a termite mound, pulling it out bristling with insects. A feast created by foresight. Chimpanzees are tool makers, but more than that, they are tool teachers. In West Africa, some chimps crack nuts with stones, passing this knowledge down through generations. Others use leaves to scoop drinking water from hollow logs. These are not accidents, these are traditions, cultural fingerprints etched into the jungle's memory. It is not simply about the tool, but about the teaching. A mother patiently demonstrates a task dozens of times, guiding her child's clumsy attempts with calm encouragement. The forest becomes not just a home, but a school. And in this school, genius blooms, quietly, humbly, naturally. If eyes are the windows to the soul, then the gaze of a chimpanzee is a telescope into emotional truth. They feel deeply. A mother's grief at the death of her child is almost too heavy to watch. She may carry the lifeless body for days, unwilling to let go. The troop gives her space. They understand. When an old chimp dies, the group often grows quiet. They gather near. They touch the body gently. Some sit in solemn silence. These moments remind us that mourning is not uniquely human. It is a universal expression of love and loss. But joy, too, pulses brightly in their world. Grooming brings not only cleanliness, but comfort. Laughter flows freely during play. Bonds between friends, built over years, are celebrated with embraces, playful chases, and mutual care. Their emotional world is rich, layered, and hauntingly familiar. They don't speak our language, but they speak to our hearts. Walk through the dense undergrowth of Central Africa, and you may feel eyes upon you. Curious, cautious, intelligent. You are not alone. The chimpanzee watches, studies, learns. In their silent gaze, we find something startling: recognition. They see us, not just as creatures, but as kin. And if we are honest, we see them the same way. It is this recognition that fuels both fascination and responsibility. They remind us of who we once were, and perhaps who we still are. Their lives echo the rhythms of our ancestors. Their stories, if we listen, whisper truths about humanity itself. To protect them is to honor our shared journey. To ignore their plight is to betray our own roots. Would you like me to continue with the remaining chapters now, or would you prefer this essay as a full document once complete? The next chapters will explore threats to chimpanzees, conservation efforts, their portrayal in culture, and a powerful closing reflection. In the end, as the jungle quiets and dusk begins its gentle descent, the voices of the chimpanzees linger like an echo in our minds. Not as noise, not as novelty, but as a call, soft, ancient, undeniable. Through the trees and time, they have shown us who they are: complex, emotional, intelligent, social, survivors. They are not simply animals that resemble us. They are beings that remind us of ourselves. Before skyscrapers, before screens, before we traded trees for towers. Their lives are written not in books, but in branches, in the rustle of leaves, in the crack of a stone on a nut. Their language, though without words, speaks volumes. It tells of family, of loss, of joy, of dreams. It speaks of memory and invention, of struggle and survival. It sings a song that is not only theirs, but ours too. And as we stand at this moment in history, facing a world where wild places shrink and silence spreads, we must ask, what will we choose to do with this echo? Will we ignore it, drown it out with the rush of our machines and the clamour of our progress? Or will we listen, truly listen, and respond with reverence? The chimpanzee does not ask for much: a home, safety, the chance to raise its young, to play in the trees, to grow old in peace. But to grant them this is to do more than save a species. It is to preserve a living link to our own origins, to hold on to the wonder of the wild that still lives within us. Because in their gaze we find humility, in their laughter we hear joy unfiltered, and in their struggle we glimpse the fragility of all life. Let us not allow this mirror to crack, let us not lose this ancient voice to silence. Instead, may we walk forward, gentler, wiser, kinder, with the spirit of the chimpanzee not behind us, but beside us. In the quiet of the forest, they are waiting, not for us to save them, but to understand them. And in that understanding, perhaps we will begin to rediscover ourselves. JJ.